We have one more thing we want to kind of kick off and start as we close out this series. And what we're wanting to do is, of course, it's going to allow us to continue to dig deep to advance the gospel of Jesus Christ. So we are starting what I'm calling the Just Getting Started End of Year Offering. And let me explain the offering to you. There's 3 parts to this offering. And over the next 5 months, we have 2 of our biggest outreach opportunities, Christmas and Easter. People that don't typically go to church will go to church on Christmas and Easter. And when they do, they're going to hear the life-changing message of Jesus Christ. And so what we want to do for Christmas and Easter, now we haven't started planning Easter yet, but we have started planning Christmas. And what we want to do is we want to go big. We're going to have our normal 2 services, but during those 2 services, we're going to put on this, what we're calling a Frozen Village. Frozen 2's coming out. Woo, woo, can't wait to see it. And so we're doing this Frozen Village. We're bringing in 8 tons of real snow, y'all. It's snow in Florida. It'll probably be hot out and be melted, but it doesn't matter. We're bringing it in, right? We're going to do this Frozen Village. We're going to have real snow. We're going to bring in the Frozen characters. We got Elsa, Anna, Kristoff, Olaf, and Sven, if anyone has a reindeer. We don't have Sven. So if you have a reindeer, if you could bring the reindeer, that'd be great, so we could get Sven. And then we have our giant snow globe, and there's all kinds of other fun activities, and that's for the kids. And of course, as we do every year, we're going to bring a powerful worship experience where we tell people about the life-changing redemption and hope of Jesus Christ, okay? And so we're going to go after it. We're going to go after it. And what that means is if we're doing all this, we're going to do some outreach. We're going to send out mailers. We're going to do billboards. We're going to do invite cards. We're going to do yard signs. And we're doing all the same thing when we jump into Easter so that we can tell people about Jesus and they can embrace Jesus in their life. So that's the first part of our Christmas offering to help us, man, do the things we want to do for Christmas and Easter. The second part, man, is all about purchasing and repairing equipment. Over the last 2 years, man, we're a set up and tear down church. Man, all this stuff goes in a trailer, y'all. And so there's been just a lot of wear and tear on the things that we have. We have broken and duct taped and zip tied and patched so many things. Y'all don't look too close at what we got going on here because it's jank, okay? So there's just a lot of things that we need to repair. We got signs and banners that are torn and ripped and patched. We got our VIP tent. Varney was just complaining to me about it yesterday. He's like, yo, man, this thing is garbage. And he's like, get me a new one. I'm like, give me money. And that wasn't necessarily the conversation, but it is. It's torn, it's ripped because we've been using it for, actually that tent we've been using for almost 3 years. We've broken so many TVs, y'all. It's wild how many TVs we've broken, and we've repaired some and we've fixed some, and some got cracks and lines through them, but we want to replace those. We also want to do some upgrades to some of our equipment in here to make this an even better experience. You know, we kicked off these live services and we really wanted to have 2 different camera angles. We wanted to offer kind of that live feed in here as well. So we want to grab another camera. We want to pick up a switching console so that we can switch between cameras and make our live services and in-house services even better. The computer, yeah, look, everything's going bad around here. You know what I'm saying? The computer that runs everything you see, man, that thing is in a bad way, y'all. Like, it's slow, it's old. A few weeks ago, Varney just decided to kick it over and break it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, take care of my stuff, other people's stuff, Varney. And so it's like, there's just stuff like that it's normal wear and tear. When you're moving stuff in and moving stuff out, stuff gets broken, and we want to make sure that, man, we are always bringing our very best. Now, here's the other thing we want to upgrade. If you look over to this side, you'll see that it's nice and it's blacked out. You can't see the lights that are past it, but if you look over to this side, you can see through that. You know what I'm saying? There's still light coming through. And so we had enough money to buy one side of curtains. And we just been really waiting to buy the other side so that it matches. We want to make sure that it all matches and it looks good. We're also, when it comes to these curtains and these poles, if you've ever witnessed it or experienced it, it's a lot of work to do all this. And so we found this cart that they make where we can take all the poles, all the curtains, all the bases, put them on one cart. We don't have to take the curtains off. And man, we really want to get that. It'll help streamline our setup. Yeah, these people are cheering because they're the ones that got to do it. It'll streamline our process. I kid you not. I was doing the math. I think it'll shave like an hour off of our time at setup on Friday nights and an hour on Sundays when we're tearing it down. My setup and tear down team are like, whoop, whoop. The other thing that's really cool about that cart is, our movement students meet right here on Wednesday nights. They meet in the music room, and it's a smaller room, and they're kind of outgrowing it, and we've been wanting to move them into here, but in order to transform this space the way that we do, it takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of time, and we just don't have that. And so if we're able to get that cart, we can, allow the movement students to experience an even better service on Wednesday nights. So that's the second part. We got Christmas and Easter. And then we got purchasing and replacing equipment. And then the third thing is with this Christmas offering and end of year offering, we want to partner with what other ministries are doing. And so
we will be partnering with ECHO Ministries, it's a foster care ministry, and also the Mission of Winter Haven. Lastly, we will be partnering with 12 Church, which is launching in March of 2020.
our offering is going towards these three things. And it's $30,000. It's 3 months from now until January 26th. And this offering is just that. It's an offering. This is above and beyond the tithe, okay? Because the tithe helps us do what we do week in and week out. But the offering allows us to do and accomplish even more. And I know 30,000 sounds like a lot, but let me break it down for you. Listen, we have about, on average, 150 adults. If 150 adults were willing to give $200 over the next 3 months, we would reach our goal. That's $66 a month. That's $18 a week. Now here's the deal. There are some people that are going to be able to give more. And so what that means is even if you give $20 a month or $30 a month, we're going to still be able to reach our goal. So I'm going to challenge you. Man, make a commitment today. There's these cards. They were on your seat. This is the Just Getting Started Offering Commitment card. Man, I want you to take some time over the next few minutes to pray about what you can commit towards this offering so that we can accomplish greater things here in our church, so that we can see what God is going to do through the mission, so that we can be a part of what God is going to do through ECHO, so we can see what God is going to start doing through 12 Church. God wants us to dig deep through serving. Man, and if you haven't already, man, grab that card, fill it out, pick a team. Man, let us show you the ropes and get you plugged into what God is doing. Man, start digging into serving. Start digging into supporting this offering, man. And man, make a commitment today. Listen, $20 a week. $20 a week. And we can begin to see God do even greater things for the kingdom through Kairos, through the mission, through ECHO, through 12 Church. Church, today, do you believe that we can do this? Do you believe that we can commit to doing this right here? You believe it? Remember, we're just getting started. God has more to do in and through you and in through us. I wonder today, are you ready to dig deep, to watch God do miraculous things in our lives, in our church, and in our community?